Okay, so welcome to my little video on how we're going to do some swaging of 22 rimfires. We're actually going to make the 22 rimfire jacket into a jacket to make an actual 22 long rifle bullet. You can see here, we can make all different types. That's a flat base hollow point. We can make them lead tipped with a flat base. We can make them full metal jacket. The way you make them is up to you, pretty much. You want a heavier bullet, more core. You want a longer bullet, longer jacket, more core. You want a lighter bullet, less core. You want a light bullet with a long jacket, light core. How you make them is up to you, but what we're going to do is we're going to make the jacket first. This is a Wolf Match Target 22 long rifle shell that was fired through my Anschutz. And what we're going to do is we're going to apply a little bit of lube to the very outside. Now I've already washed them in soap and water, got all the major dirt and stuff out of the inside. Take the jacket after you've lubed it, put it on the mandrel, lower your handle, and push down. All the way down, lock it out, bring her up, the bottom punch pushes it up, and now you have a core ready to be loaded with an actual core. This is your actual jacket. You're going to make a core out of it here in just a moment. You can make them out of 22 long rifles. You can make them out of 22 mags. If I wanted to change, all I have to do is get a different core die and bottom punch and a different center punch for a 243. You can, out of the same brass, you can make either a 243 or a 223. We're going to make 223s, and we're going to make some good hunting bullets because the coyotes in my area are starting to get obnoxious again. And the landlord, the gentleman who owns the pasture beside me, is starting to lose calves again this year, so he's asked me to start thinning them out again. So again, just lube it, stick it on the pilot, lower it down, all the way down, all the way up. And that one we screwed up until I actually flared that one. I actually broke that one. It's a wonderful thing. We're generating tons and tons of pressure on these jackets. These are very thin. They're very so you can't push them quite as fast as you would normally push a regular 223 bullet. There you go. You can't say I can load them in a 223, but this jacket is very thin. It's not the normal jacket thickness, so it makes an outstanding target bullet. You can make them in any configuration you really want it, depending on what you want to do with it. It's not that hard to do, and as you can see, it's very, very simple. When I get done with it, oh, this is a Remington, that explains this one. When you get done with them, you can take them, put them in your tumbler in a polishing media, polish them up, make them look pretty. I think we just ripped through that one. Yeah, we broke that one too. You can take them into your polishing media, polish them up, make them look really, really sexy. But I have found out that the coyotes don't care if it's shiny or if it's dull when it hits them. All they know is, ouch. Didn't that one too. There we go. And voila. That's about the most difficult part of it. If you want to determine your bullet size, height, weight, take 10 jackets, weigh them out, average the weight, and depending on what your bullet weight that you want, subtract that from your bullet weight. It gives you your core weight that you need to get, and that's how you can determine your bullet weight. Some jackets are better than others. Some companies are better than others. Or some make better jackets than others. But I know when I make them, I actually cast my cores, and that's what they look like casted. This has not been swaged down to give me my final weight yet. We'll do that in a later video. But it'll just simply slide in. Using the same method here, we'll ram it down in there, swage it in, and that'll give us our bullet weight. I can make them as heavy by adjusting this, or as light by adjusting this, as I want. The point die that I use is a, where'd it go, and I'll tell you. There's a 6S on the ogive, and it's a flat base. So it's going to make these type of bullets that I just showed. No matter what I do, I'm going to get that general shape of a bullet. It'll be flat base, Spitzer style, with a 6S ogive. As long as I want, as big of the hollow point as I want. You can tell that's a fairly generous, if you can see it on the camera or not, it's a very generous opening on my hollow point. Or I can bring it down and I can fill it straight up so the lead's on it. I'll try to get a close-up of them here in just a second. I can make it as blunt as I want it. Good paper punching target. Paper punching bullet. Just simply by increasing, now these are 55 grains too. As you can tell, they're a little long for 55 grains. Some of them are even longer. They're all 55 grain. That one and that one are both 55 grain. And that one. They're all 55 grain bullets. So how you make them is up to you. See you next time.